Episode 1. The Masked One. The city was alive, restless, and burning in neon. Seoul's night sky didn't have stars anymore. Just billboards, holograms, and the glow of endless advertisements promising beauty, fame, and dreams. To most people, that light was comforting. But to those who could see past the surface, the brightness was a mask hiding something rotten beneath. In the reflection of a skyscraper window, Jingwoo adjusted the mic strapped to his face. His voice was a gift from the heavens, but tonight it would be a weapon. He looked calm, even angelic, the very image of a K-pop idol, yet his eyes gave him away. They carried the weight of centuries, though his body was barely 22. Down the hall, Sora tightened the straps on her boots. To fans, she was Eclipse's flawless main dancer, elegance wrapped in fire. In reality, the blades strapped beneath her sleeves were older than most dynasties. She felt them hum as if hungry, sensing what was to come. Minho, the rapper, sat in silence, headphones on, mumbling lines under his breath. His lyrics weren't just rhymes. They were incantations, curses turned into rhythm. When he spat fire on stage, it wasn't just a metaphor. Behind them, two younger members of the group, Hana and Kyung, tried to distract themselves with nervous jokes. Hana, with her silver hair tied up in twin buns, fiddled with her earpiece, pretending it was broken. Kyung polished his drumsticks. Though he wasn't just a drummer, every strike of his sticks summoned sonic shockwaves strong enough to rattle shadows. Together, they were Eclipse, Korea's most mysterious top act. To the outside world, their rise to stardom seemed impossibly fast. But the truth was darker. They had been chosen. They were the latest in a long line of warriors bound to fight the hidden war, the war between humanity and demons. The demons were not creatures of horns and tails, not anymore. Centuries of hiding had taught them how to blend in. They lurked in contracts, in whispers, in the hunger of those who wanted fame at any cost. They fed on envy, despair, obsession. And nowhere was that feast richer than in the K-pop industry. Eclipse's entire career was a cover. Every tour stop was strategically planned to coincide with a spike in demonic activity. Every encore stage doubled as an exorcism ritual. Their fandom had no idea, yet the fans were the key. Their screams, their chants, their light sticks were unwitting offerings of energy, channeling protection across entire arenas. But now, something had shifted. Something was wrong. Jingwoo gathered his team in the green room just before the show. Their stylists had left, the glitter still fresh on their cheeks, the smell of hairspray hanging in the air. Outside, the roar of 60,000 fans trembled through the walls. The intel was right, Jingwoo said quietly, glancing at the sealed envelope on the table. The wax mark bore the insignia of the Hunters' Council. The Masked One will be here tonight. The name alone sent a chill through the room. Minho lifted one ear cup. That's just a rumor. They say the Masked One's been hiding for centuries. It's no rumor, Sora cut in, tightening her gloves. I've felt it. The auditions last week, the despair coming off those kids, that wasn't normal. Something was feeding. Hana looked down at her hands. But if the Masked One is real, what does it want with us? Silence. Jingwoo finally answered, his voice low. It doesn't just want us. It wants the stage itself, the energy of thousands chanting in unison. If it corrupts that, it can break the seal under Seoul and unleash everything that's been buried. Kyung's drumsticks snapped in his hands. So what's the plan? Same as always? We fight in between songs, cover it with pyrotechnics, hope the fans don't notice? Jingwoo shook his head. No, this time we go all in. If we don't stop it tonight, there won't be another show. The call came. Eclipse, 5 minutes to stage. The group stood. Their reflections stared back at them from the dressing room mirror. 5 idols shimmering in sequins and silk, the picture of youth and perfection. No one would ever guess they were about to fight for the soul of the city. "Positions," Jinwoo said, gripping his mic like the hilt of a sword. The stadium lights dimmed. The screams of the crowd swelled, a living wave of devotion. Glow sticks flickered like stars, thousands of colors flooding the dark. The opening beat thundered, and with it, the shadows arrived. They seeped out of the corners of the stage, shapes with too many eyes, too many mouths. The audience thought it was special effects, cheering even louder. Eclipse moved as one. Sora leapt into her solo dance break, her katana flashing only when the strobe lights hit just right. To the crowd, it looked like choreography. To the demons, it was slaughter. Minho's rap burned like fire, each word searing the air, slicing through the black forms that clung to the stage lights. Kyung slammed his sticks against the drums, the shockwaves shattering demon armor like glass. Hana raised her hands, her voice weaving harmonies that stitched protective barriers around the audience. And then Jinwoo sang. The notes soared above everything, above the bass, above the screams, above the chaos. It wasn't just sound. It was light made audible, pure and sharp. The masked one reeled as its disguise cracked, fragments of the stolen face falling like glass. The demon's true form towered over the stage, its body woven from broken dreams and shattered ambitions. Its mask shattered into dust. For the first time, the crowd realized something was wrong. Gasps cut through the cheers. Phones rose like shields, recording. The masked one bared its teeth, its voice booming through the speakers, twisting them into instruments of fear. "You think you can banish me with songs?" It roared. "I am every failed audition, every voice silenced, every soul crushed beneath your shining world." The stadium trembled. Even Eclipse faltered. But then, from the crowd, came a sound louder than any demon. The fans. They screamed fanchant, voices uniting, names echoing through the air. Jinwoo, Sora, Minho, Hana, Kyung. Eclipse, eclipse, eclipse. The chant became a shield, light bursting from every corner of the arena. Jinwoo locked eyes with his team. Now, together, they unleashed their final chorus. The music swelled, the dance struck like lightning, and the masked one was dragged into the fissure beneath the stage. The demon's scream was swallowed by the roar of the fans. And then it was over. Confetti cannons fired. The pyros lit the stage. To the audience, it looked like the greatest concert finale they had ever seen. Eclipse bowed, glittering under the lights, hiding the blood and sweat. Jinwoo whispered so only his team could hear. "This isn't the end. That was just the first mask. The war is only beginning." And somewhere, deep in the shadows beneath the city, something stirred in answer. Episode 2, The Blood Moon Stage, will follow.